Why did I mute my opponent? Because the emotes in Marvel Snap very rarely cause me extra joy and very frequently make me feel frustrated. So opting out of experiencing them increases my positivity about Marvel Snap in general. Life short, find your joy, gamers. Toxin's a fantastic draw. Maybe? Mindscape's pretty awkward. Also, they're also a Killmonger deck, which makes, Demon a little awk. Second hitter, add an option to disable emotes. I would enjoy that, yes. I think not letting people opt out of feeling harassed while they play your game is a mistake. What did I give them? Hood, Agent Venom, Iceman. Not a lot of good ones. And they top decked a thing that has less points. I do this. Run it. I think the idea that second hitter shouldn't implement global mute because they sell emotes is very silly, because most people only spam free emotes when they're being annoying. You know, you wanna make not being harassed while playing Marvel Snap pay to win? Let me auto mute the emotes that I've bought. Is Lady Deathstrike more points on the left? Oh, she is, isn't she? That's funny. Because she clears 6. That's good. That's a good shout. This is worse against Null, technically, yeah? No, it moves the wolf! Fuck, Twitch chat. Holy. We win, right? We win every time?
What a game!
Goodness. We're cool. Be cool. Be cool! Everything worked out. Be calm. It's not a stellar location for us, generally speaking. It's a game egg. It's been solid, Rhett. Been a lot more good games than bad today, I would say. If I knew Toxin or Beast were coming, I'd play the hood on the left. Then I think you just like always snap these wicked decks when they brick on their thing. It's a little sad that I get to pick the hood up, but I didn't know Toxin was coming. Oh, I'm so dumb. I snapped them because they played Quicksilver and I just wasn't paying attention to the stats. They're Aeroshim. I was like, how'd they do that? Yep. Yep. Oh, Marvel Snap. How does Shadowking work in a deck when a majority of your things are getting buffed? I have no idea. I copied a deck list off the internet. Also, because I feel like I need to continually remind gamers of this, if you feel the need to type genuine question before you write something, you probably aren't being genuine. You should just basically never write genuine question before you ask a question on the internet. Just the culture of how the internet is. If your question is genuine, it'll come across as such. And it makes you sound extra sarcastic / antagonistic to write genuine question at the start. See, I actually feel differently about explicitly saying, in my opinion, as someone who makes content on the internet and frequently gets taken out of context, or wants to make it extra clear when I'm communicating a specific idea, something that's fact-based or data-based versus something I'm saying. I actually think including in my opinion is generally speaking a good idea. Also saves you from a bit of actualing, or people will be like, well, that's just your opinion. It's like, yeah, that's why I said in my opinion, dipshit. You just play Teenage Warhead against my hood deck? Alternatively, you often say something is feels strong rather than is strong if your opinion is not in fact database. That's also true. I do make an effort to do that. This bricks a draw on me, yeah? Because it gives me Demon plus these two back to my hand. They're snapping me? Seriously? That's interesting. Are they the Killmonger build? I wonder if they're the Killmonger build. Oh, goodness. They just have second Wiccan. Sure. From the Time Theater. What a lucker. Alright, we dodge a Killmonger. We can dodge a ball. Yeah, I gotta be honest, so far I'm not really feeling this build. The Shadow King feels kinda clunk. The lack of Black Swan makes our final turns not really have a huge flourish. Literally just scrolled untapped and looked for decks that had okay stats.
Victory.
Hey, they're not beating my army of demons. Sage pulls Doggo. No, I don't think I need to abandon the left. I think I have a hard time winning in the center where they're virtually +3. I think the Sage is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 over here, up to 19. They'd have to have, like, Magneto here plus something else, and I think they're pretty unlikely to put a lot of points here to contest the Sage. I like fanning out to play for all three there. Keeps them honest on the arrow in the middle and gives me a lot of stats left and right. What does keep them honest mean in that case? So the context of the last game, keep them honest with regards to that location in the center refers to making sure that they actually put a card there in the middle. It's like basically they're committed to putting another card in the center to trigger Pim Arrow. This ends dog middle. It puts these three back in my hand. Demons here to kill the Gable. What do you think of this? It gives up the extra energy next turn, but I think that's correct. Do we risk killing Toxin? Nah, I think they play there most of the time. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, I deserve that because we're playing this deck that's built like a donkey. That copycat was our Shadow King, gamers. Call me Dominic, chat, because I'm a donkey. Hee-haw, hee-haw. Assuredly, this wins the game every time. This is local man about to be Eliath. This beats Eliath, yeah. This is real hard to Killmonger, though. Because they'll get to bring back my demon. I mean, there are never Eliathing left. That's just not real. The Sage is a minimum of 10 on the right, though. So I'm adding 19 there. Victory. A lot of these builds don't have room to play Eliath. Because they gotta fit all these destroy cards in to make Fenris work. I think this is good. Puts us at 21 here. And if they play anything here, I'm getting 19 at a minimum. And if they play something else that's like a power I don't have, I'm getting at 21. Alright, so far, our Shadow King has literally only been used against us. Is Eliath a card I should spend tokens on? Are you fun at parties? Really depends on how fun you are at parties. When people say your name when talking about you, do they sigh? Just like, man, that guy? If yes, then Eliath might be the card for you. Such a good Black Vortex, holy. So Shadow King takes them to 17 in the middle. Average just isn't enough. Just gotta go. Too big of a high roll in the vortex.
Escaped.
Your least favorite design sap card after the Irish of Nerve? I think Gambit's probably the top of my list. I think you always lead Iceman given the choice. There's so much Wicked in the format. I mean, I don't know that I'd describe Gambit as a problem child so much as he's just deeply unsatisfying to play against. He's the type of, he's very, Gambit's the type of card that's very similar to Misty from Pokemon Pocket. Where it's this effect where one player feels cheated basically 100% of the time when the card gets played. Either you feel cheated as the person who played Gambit when he doesn't hit the thing you needed, or you feel cheated on the other side. I think cards that like have a 100% someone feels bad play rate after they finish resolving are just like kind of crappy. Alright, we won that 50-50 at least. Can I draw any of my 3 bounce cards here? Narrator, he could not. Took their Polaris away. Toxin would have been such an insane pull. Demon Sage mid'll be bad. Yeah, it's bad against both Shaggy and Shadow King.
Opponent snapped.
Juggernaut or something over here and cry.
Escaped.
I mean, I don't think Gambit needs a rework. I think he just needs to not have as much stats as he did. Was that card a 3-1 at one point? It definitely had less than 3 points of power. I think it just needs less stats to the point where it's not optimal to play. I think you're right from a top-down design perspective. He's a really good top-down design. He just shouldn't be. I think Juggernaut is probably no. I think Juggernaut is a fantastically well-balanced, well-designed card. It's absolutely the perfect power level. I think Juggernaut is the type of design that rewards you in the way they want Alioth to reward you for playing the game, but in a way that's way less toxic.
Oh, snap.
Or Juggernauts, less Alioths, please. I snapped our opponent here, not because our hand is necessarily insane, but because they are a Wiccan deck that bricked on a 2. Really surprised they didn't warhead the Mojo World. Two, 4, 6, 8 over here. Fenris gives them a 4 here. Shadow King is yet to be played. Yeah, the Shadow Kings felt real clunky and awkward.
Victory.
The only useful thing Shadow King has done so far this set is get used against us as a copycat. Very real chance that Shadow King should just be a 5th 1. Probably Nico Minaru. Why would you say Quake is too random? Quake's not random at all. Maybe you're misremembering, but they reworked Quake to give you exact control over what she does Hyper Time Hero. I frequently talk about on stream cards like Quake, Scarlet Witch, Snowguard, Legion. I think all the cards that let you interact with locations in general tend to be pretty underplayed in stat. People would much rather complain about location variants than play cards that let them mitigate it. Random, there's no good location swap. I think that's not too true. I think you usually have something you can do with it in most games. Rhino, am I a joke to you? Rhino is a card that's not playable by design. Oh, chat. Someone earlier asked me, do I think Doom 2099 is going to redefine the metagame like other creators are talking about? And I was like, who's saying that? I haven't heard anything like that. And Dara just went live with the title Best New Card of the Season tomorrow. It all makes sense. I understand now. Completely got it. Yep, cool. I was like, when someone else asked that earlier, I was like, that's a really strong take I don't think I've heard anybody give. In what world is Doom better than Galacta? I think we will be, I think Doom 2099 is going to likely be a very playable, reasonable Marvel Snap card, but I agree with that. Galacta sets a very high bar for this season. Gwen Betty, thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. So we'll go this into this. My deck's a deck that can use this energy here, so I think this is good for us. We brick on the rocket activation, though. Shadow King looking worse than another one again. But you know, Pioneer's playable on Arena now. Actually, the full card pool isn't there. It's just functionally playable in that they've implemented most of the playable cards. Second to get Alliance here somewhere. I think that's a really good take from chat. Doom 2099 will probably be really popular because it is a card that has really simple play patterns. Cool. Opponent's 30 card deck had Alliance on curve exactly when it needed to. Hopefully we get this card back down to 6-8 or lower here soon. It being in 30% of the decks in the format is a really big miss. Such a atrocious design to have be super popular. Are there any Marvel characters you would like to see added to Snap? I think Adam Warlock's probably like the most popular Marvel character they have yet to add to the game. Probably do something sweet. I genuinely think they hate the girl. I don't think they hate Adam Warlock at all. I think they are appropriately cautious against putting... I think they're appropriately cautious about putting strong card draw into a game like Marvel Snap. They just want to make sure... Make sure they don't do anything too crazy. Hey gamers, do you think we can put Werewolf back to his release stats yet? Assuredly 3-3 Werewolf is fine, yes? In a post-Scream world, 3-3 Werewolf is fine every time. Shadow King Blade sighting, yep. Joke's on you, I already triggered Scream. Wow, what a Polaris. Holy. Holy. Oh, come on. I think I'm punting the left.
Victory.
That is a Marvel snap play that you are allowed to make. It's a Marvel snap play that is allowed to be made. All right, I'm gonna swap this Shadow King for Nico Binaru, and then we're gonna play some more. So it looks like it's time to take a brief pause for the cause anyways. I'm unimpressed and whelmed by the Shadow King. Let's give Nico a go, and we'll keep track of when she should have been king. Thanks for hanging out, don't go anywhere. How long does it take to get a key on average? You get about 4.5 keys per month free to play, assuming you're clearing all of your rewards. Like some. These other things off the track. Yeah, the new bounce card's coming. Looks sweet. And then full toot toot cope hope. By the time the new bounce cards get here in February, we'll have an economy rework too. And Marvel Snap's just gonna be sunshine lollipops. Goliath nerf to connect the dots. Do 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 do. Rainbows everywhere. Economy reworks and Goliath nerfs, oh my. I'm pedaling and I'm collecting. Pedaling and collecting. Thanos buffs. No, I actually think Thanos is perfect right now. I think his most recent change put him to a place where you can play him and not be embarrassed about it. But it's not overbearing and dominant. Hey, Stack. Thanks for the 10 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. The monthly pass doesn't really meaningfully give you more collection progress outside of just giving you the season pass card. We get another economy rework. Will Marvel Staff have averaged one economy rework per year? Yes, but also the first two came really close together, Hex. We had Spotlight keys for a long time. No, I don't think Angela's very good in bounce a lot of the time, Fight for Code. And on the rare occasion that she is, it's alongside things like Kitty Pride. Hey, Cosmonaut, thanks for the 13 months. Did they say in the last OTA Thanos was going to get more changes soon? They said they've tested more Thanos changes, but they didn't want to put out too many at once just in case some of them were enough to bring him back to relevancy, which I think they successfully did. It's a nothing for 2 turns. Not Wiccan. Could be Hella. Surfer is another possibility. Mr. Negative with the slow draw. The quantity of new cards versus quantity of keys doesn't seem like it was successful. The biggest problem with the current Marvel Snap, there are 2 key problems with the Marvel Snap economy that need to be addressed. I think I'm gonna stay here just for the hell of it. Nah, it's awkward and clunky. There's 2 key problems with the Marvel Snap economy that need to be addressed. The first is that new and returning players don't have a meaningful way to get to decks that they actually want to play. If you come into a stream like this one, or you're looking at any content, or even if, let's just say you're a casual player and you don't look at any content and you're like, I like destroy cards, I want to build a destroy deck. There's actual 0 ways in Marvel Snap for you to progress and build towards the deck you actually want to play. I was gonna have a second key point in there, and now we've been talking and my brain is melted. TLDR though, is that a majority of times when people talk about the Marvel Snap economy, selfishly the thing that they ask for is they just want more cards for themselves while being completely ignorant to the fact that Marvel Snap is never going to give them every card on release for free. Oh, that brings me back to the second point. If you're an endgame player who's been playing Marvel Snap for years, the other problem with the economy is people who don't min-max it. If you are willy-nilly and just spend your keys whenever, the Marvel Snap economy tends to be very bad for you because it's possible to spend 1 key per week and literally never get a new card release. And if you're remotely optimal, that's never going to happen. And it's not hard to be optimal either. That being said, the Marvel Snap economy should 100% be designed in a way to have kid gloves to make it so if you're not optimal, you still don't hurt your collection progress as much as you do now. One of the key issues with Marvel Snap's economy is that it's actually pretty reasonable if you have been playing the game for a long time and manage your resources efficiently. And the reason why it's not as simple as people like to suggest to fix everything is because a lot of the suggested fixes people make just make the game free for people who are doing that. They need to rework the economy in a way to make it easier for new people coming in to get decks and make it better for people who are not min-maxing their economy experience. They don't want to make it so you spend $0 per month and have every card in the game trivially for free. That's why there hasn't been like this quick band-aid, oh, this is easy, why haven't they done this already type thing. Because it's not as simple as people like to make it out to be. Oh, I'm playing Sage, and I'm playing Agent Venom, and we're gonna see how things shake out from here. Issue like, and this is, as a content creator, it's a little bit more specific to me. That's not as relevant to other folks. Hitmonkey copies, but Werewolf doesn't jump here, right? I'm like 99% sure. It's like, if one of my Marvel Snap players says, Jeff, I want to start playing Pokemon Pocket. It looks sweet. How do I build towards the decks that you're playing so I can play the decks that you're showcasing? I give them very clear instructions. I can say, which deck do you want to play? These are the booster packs that you open. These are what you prioritize spending pack points on after a point. If the opposite happens, if one of my new viewers from Pokemon Pocket hangs out for some Marvel Snap and they're like, Jeff, this game looks sweet. I hadn't checked it out before. How do I start building towards this bounce deck that you're playing? My answer is you can't and you don't. My answer is you start playing Marvel Snap right now today, and even if you spend money, even if you're willing to spend hundreds of dollars, talk to me in 3 months once you have a collection. Whereas in Pocket, I can be like, okay, you can do this, and you spend this money on these things to accelerate, and you're gonna get towards the direction you want to go, and that's the key problem. Where it's like, there's no way for me to help people get from point A to point B. Nico, so lovely. Soundade, thank you for the third of a year. Welcome back. What level do you have to reach to have a chance of getting all the cards? So, there's 2 parts to that question. The first is collection level about 5,000 is what we refer to as Series 3 complete, where you have all of the lower series cards. But even at that point, you don't necessarily have all of the higher series cards. And how many higher series cards you get depends a lot on which cards are running in spotlight caches, among other things. This sequence looks weird, but because of the miniaturized lab here and me wanting to bounce these next turn, I'm gonna go ahead and just die because I lost my toxin. Sag, absolutely, completely, and totally manhandled and dismantled by this card. Unfortunate that we haven't drawn our other bounce card despite having 2 of them. Having drawn extra cards. Alright, that's a Falcon. Saying there's a chance. And the wolf here or the monkey? The monkey is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to end the dog here. So, I don't think I messed this up.
Victory.
That's close. We're either putting just the monkey here and ending the dog middle, or we're putting the dog here and putting the monkey middle, and then we'll punt the left with the widow's bite in the hood. I'm just not a huge fan of the move deck, or some of the other grinders that play it a lot, and it just doesn't really spark joy for me. It's like a less fun version of bounce for me personally. Really wish at the start of Series 3 they gave you 3 to 4 options with a package for an archetype that lets you pump in a general direction. Yeah, I think that's actually one of the really kind of elegant solutions to part of Marvel Snap's economy, is they need those types of like card packages basically to be a thing that pop up along the collection track periodically. Howdy Revolution. You should 100% get them when you start, and they should also be an option later on as well. Probably dead with a clutter location into Sanctum Sanctorum here. So long, bud. Try your cube.
Escaped.
It's felt solid so far. Or what do our numbers look like? I think we're moving in an upward direction. I've at least been floating neutral, I think. Tapped would never load. I have a beast or a werewolf, one of the two. Misery. It could be useful in theory. Right about 50% with this one, yep. I really like what Magic Arena does for newer players. They have starter decks. Are the starter decks in Magic Arena real, or are they just like full of bad cards? As someone who hasn't touched Magic Arena, who hasn't been a new player for it for a long time, like, do they have like dual lands and stuff in them, or are they just like full of atrocious stuff? AKA, are they actually helping you build stuff, or not really? I think I want to do this, maybe? No. No, I'm going to do this and end it here, and the next turn we'll go 1-drop, 1-drop beast in the center, I think. Alright, step 1, didn't get Galactus. If I do this, the hood stays in play, but then I can open on Falcon, yeah? And pump it back that way. We could get Galactus right this turn, that's true. I don't know that I can afford to play around that. They got us, they got us. Make sure they're good and muted before that happens.
Hello, can you understand me?
Oh, just an Infinite. Okay. Dog jumps once, dog jumps twice, dog jumps 3 times. That's 16 plus 6. I had 22 over here on the right up to 27. The Hit Monkey is getting 2, 4, 6, 8. It's 11 in the middle. I'm going to 18, and I'm adding 11 on the left, so I'll be 18, 18, and 27. Counting, counting. Do 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 do. Werewolf is easily one of the most satisfying cards to execute in this game. There's just so many considerations that make you feel like your brain is big. Can I play the other demon instead of the rock? No, this demon costs 0 because it was beasted back. Oh, wow. They put points on the left. I wasn't expecting them to do that. Well, hopefully 27 is enough here, or 18 is enough here. Feels bad that I ended up hit monkey in a lane where they're not contesting. At least all my counting was accurate. So this is a one drop? Did they hood at some point? What is this? How big is this? How big is this? How big is this? Just a Titania! We win the breaker! Breaker, breaker! Give me some news. I got hot 7 points over you. Clean living. Yeah, dodge the anymore. Sometimes lucky rubber ducky. Counting is busted. Second Sanctum Sanctorum in 3 games. Wake up, sheeple. Werewolf by Night is one of the most fun cards in Marvel Snap. It's not close. Taskmaster. All right, I'm listening. I'm listening. You have my attention. What am I doing? I do this. I go one drop, Falcon. Alternatively, I do this. I go one drop, Falcon. I think this is better. Yeah, they probably are Mr. Negative, huh? Alright, I would like 1 copy of Beast, please, deck. I need to keep making room for this dog. The disruption shall continue until morale improves.
I am Iron Man.
Warms my heart to see Iceman still make the cut for bounceless. Unironically, I think Iceman's one of the best cards you can play in these decks. It's very, very good against the Wiccan decks. The negative tribunal. No, I don't think so. Could be, but I don't think so. I think it's this. That is draw mode, not double mode. Final answer. Final answer. Yeah, Burgle, this matchup's definitely bad for us. For sure. Not an ideal match for the home team. What is it? I'm currently at 37, and I'm adding 8, 12, 24. I'm adding like 30 to the board. I guess. Gore's gonna grow. Yeah, I know Gore's gonna grow. I think we win this, yeah? Question counting. We're a little short. People asking about Rocket versus Agent Venom and Silver Sable positioning. If I put Silver Sable here and Rocket here, Rocket will be 5 and Sable will be 8, but Cassandra is also 8, which loses me 2 on the Sage, which means I end up down 1 point overall. So because Cassandra was on 8 here, it's better to go Venom with Sage here than it is to go Silver Sable here with Rocket here where it's going to hit. Sable with Rocket is 13 versus 12, 14. Yeah. Honestly, it's impressive that we got that close, right? We're what? They're up 4, or we're up 4, they're up 10. We got within 6 here, and they had double Gore against my bounce deck. Pretty good. Was there a world where I Nico something into a demon and it works out better for me? I don't think so. I don't think so. You triple Gore if you squint. The negative matchup is tough for bounce. It's one of the matchups where you really kind of want Spider Ham or Korg because you don't beat them in the games where their deck is functional. You have to beat them by disrupting their stuff because their raw numbers are better than yours, especially post Gore. Before Gore, you could kind of keep up. Post Gore, Gore's a bounce hate card basically. Gore's a bounce hate card. Wow, I hadn't made that connection before, but I kind of hate it. Can Werewolf go back to a 3-3 yet, please? It's a piece of candy. You'd snap on the Shuri's Lab reveal if you were playing for keeps chat. But if you're a filthy casual gamer like me, just chill.
Knowledge is power.
This is great, says local man about to be Cosmoed. How do we feel about Falcon to play around Cosmo here? Then we like Toxin next turn. Toxin next turn's littler though. They don't all play Cosmo, right? Copium? Rewarded. Holy! It's okay to brick a draw here, yeah? It's okay to brick a draw here? I think it's okay to brick a draw here. Okay. We do be bouncing though, chat. We do be bouncing. Slightly above rate demon. Alright, I just need Black Vortex not to completely screw us here, okay? I accept. I accept these terms and conditions. Oh, I got so excited when I saw Nico and then we don't have priority. If I would have put the Iceman right, we'd have had priority and could have stolen the lab. They're leaving anyways. Oh, baby. Bounces. Bounce is the most fun you can have playing Snap. I really like the power level that this deck has landed at overall. I think Bounce is another one of those decks that even though I enjoy it, it probably shouldn't be the best deck in the format. I like that they've landed in a spot where I can play it and not feel embarrassed, but also like I'm not playing a bunch of mirrors. Dude! Holy forking shirt balls, gamers. I actually don't know who's ahead right now, if I'm being honest. I think there's a chance we're ahead here. Yeah, I think we're ahead. I'm annoyed, but I think we're currently winning. I've never heard the phrase holy forking shirt balls before. You should turn my stream off right now and go start watching The Good Place. Your life will be better for it. Truly, you can catch my replay later. You need to go make time. Falcon into this, into this. Into this, into this, into this. Where do I want to end the dog? I think I have to end the dog on the right, yeah. Oh, they put a bunch of points in the center. They need 10 middle and a bunch on the right, yeah?
Power must be controlled.
The one time I didn't mute some fucking jagoff. Absolute chode. Congrats, bud. You guessed right with your tech card. You won your coin flip. Congratulations. That's true. They also got lucky and drew their Shang before Loki swapped their deck. Which is the second coin flip. Yeah, the bike's one of my sponsors, FlexiSpot. Makes some great products. My bike and my desk. My regular chair I sit in. Good piece of hardware. Overweight white man and adorable toddler not included. That being said, I'm very confident some of you at home can provide your own overweight white man for the chair. Nothing like a pair of well-placed tech cards to bring an otherwise fun Marvel Snap session crashing. Crashing absolutely down. Yes, the new Pokemon set is data mined to release in 9 hours. Or it's confirmed on their app store that the update goes out in 9 hours. How big is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 16. This puts me to winning over here. Question is, where do they play for? sad. They feel safe on the right and not play for it. Monkey is probably not enough to win the middle. I'm gonna update my title and remove positive Marvel snapping from it for half a second. Because I need to. I don't understand how people at Second Dinner can see stats like these. Shang is 40%, Alioth is 32%, Red Guardian is 28%, Shadow King is 20%. Like, I don't understand how those numbers can be what they are. And they can unironically be like, Marvel snaps a game about doing your thing more than breaking your opponent's thing. Like, we're just constantly in these types of positions where, like, it's just like every single one of your games almost involves someone taking your shit and breaking it over their knee. Like, it's not like, it's almost every metagame.
Opponent snapped.
We just can't contest the altar. That experience is a big part of why I haven't played much bounce and I haven't played much move. These decks are just prime. You get crapped on by every tech card under the sun. Which is so unfortunate because they're so interesting. They're such sweet play patterns. So, not great for the home team. How'd I do this? I would hope to draw a bounce card this turn. We got a 3 out of 6 to draw a bounce card here. Post-spin Agent Venom middle. Yeah, I can see that. One energy on reveal. Beast. Yep. Just 13, 22 on the right. They're at a virtual 14. They need to put 9 there. They didn't play anything in the middle. Oh, they have Jeff on the left. I hate to end an otherwise low set with the deck on a low note. An otherwise high set with the deck on a low note, because I enjoyed most of this, but our last, like, 3 to 4 games make me want to shut the game off, so I'm gonna take a second. We're gonna take an ad break, take a recharge, we'll be back and play something else afterwards. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere.